My shoes on. And my stuff under my covers. It looks like fully faucet. She is like a faucet on her podcast. Oh my gosh. And y'all gonna let this go in? Yeah. I mean, it's real like what is we're doing what? There. Okay, that's fine. Girl. All right. So, and it is so this is literally every emotion though. Like with the tone that you're using, it's just oh, it will be all right. Okay, ready? I think so. Okay, here I am being all extra. I just like older. Yeah, because I would be doing nails. Like I can see you. And turn this diamond inside and okay, there we go. I got it. I got it. Oh my god. Mom. Girl. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So today we're here. You get nervous all of a sudden? No. Okay, so you're gonna look at each other and be like, girl, we just gonna start from there. You start. So, thank you. All right. Girl. You're supposed to say, oh, calm down, ready? All right, ready? 3, 2. Girl. So we were discussing significant others and not necessarily struggle, but on top of well, I think one of the most common probably right now is mental health, obviously. I guess we can only speak from our point of view, but women handle it so well already. On top of all the other hats we already have to wear. Now, men unfortunately are very vocal with their mental health struggles or issues, and they're daily for that girl. So then you have to end up like walking on eggshells basically around them when they're having maybe episodes unknowingly. Right. And then you still have to maintain your mental sanity. And then the kids also. So we should get free mental health care. Women deserve free mental health care services. I said it here first. I'm just saying. And they're gonna grant it. Good. No, serious. I think just thinking back on my experience personally, I have struggled with mental health. Um, obviously years ago during my pregnancy when I was in a very nice place in my relationship. And I was diagnosed with bipolar depression. And anytime when someone is diagnosed with a mental health is life. Like there's no cure for mental health. But they provide you with tools that you can use when you're experiencing like an episode or whatnot to help get better. And then if you have family or friends who are there supporting you, teach them tools they can support you. Girl, imagine being in a partnership with someone with undiagnosed mental concerns, we'll even lower it. Mental health concerns. And you still have to do all the things. You having it yourself. While you're having it yourself too. You know what I mean? And we don't get a break. We don't get to just shut down or, turn everything off because the ship will take, unfortunately. So that was a very tough time. I tried the medication to me out. It made me very much. It didn't. It really, numbed. It just numbed me to everything. But I don't think that was a good response. Although at the time I felt like it was amazing. Like, your words don't hurt me. Your attitude, I don't care. Like I really did not care. But that's not how you really get through things. You should talk about this and work on forward. So, plus they have a lot of side effects that you don't know how it's going to affect your body while you're taking them, and then how long it will last. But I did work with my psychologist. Did me off of them, and just using the tools, I'm able to better manage them now. I still do have depressive episodes, but I'm aware of them when they come on. I'm able to warn the kids, hey, I'm staying home today, or my thing is isolation because I don't want to affect those around me. But my isolation is not like shutting down bed. It's not like that. It's just I know how to get myself better. So give me some time and then I'm there. Yeah. I feel like I can relate to the space. I also don't turn the shit on like that. Immediately. And then I think another struggle going along with mental health could be like experiencing a death. Oh my goodness. Did I tell you about my friend who used to work with us? What happened? She passed away. She passed away not this past week before. And I don't know if I'm agree. I feel like I don't agree. But I felt like I cried when I saw it. And I felt it like my heart ached for a couple of days. I felt like I didn't have the opportunity to fully grieve. So I don't know. Mom, what's for dinner? Guys, my friend just passed away. Are you cooking tonight? Like, they don't get it. Oh my God. Work doesn't get it. Girl. Your life, your personal life, like, no one gets it. You left for Paul. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair, and unfortunately, because we are women, not to cry victim or anything, but I just feel like it's expected for us to keep things going. Like, oh, you're a woman. What am I going to do with these kids? I don't want to cook. What do you want me to? Or if they do step up and do it, they're coming back sometimes. every 2 seconds, like, okay, well, what do I do with the right? And how much water do I put in there? How do I season the meat? And what do I put the oven on? Like, just, I don't care at this point. Y'all can pick dumb.
I don't know if I'm wrong to say, like, men having, I guess, having the opportunity, having their wife beside them, doing everything for them.
Right.
If they had to grieve for someone, would they really actually have take the time to grieve? I feel like they, for some reason, I feel like they wouldn't even.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think if I ever. I think they probably just push it down or brush it off. Because while I am saying that women are expected to keep going, I will be fair and say I also think men are expected to keep going too. Because what are you praying for? You know, oh, you're praying, men don't cry, all of the stigmas, around that. And then also, just because they are not used to processing those emotions, so they throw themselves in a project. Like, oh, I need to go change the tire.
That is what they
also think that there should be
good for their health.
Exactly at the same time. So I don't know. I think that could also go into like when you experience one or the other having unemployment, or God forbid, both of you being unemployed at the same time. Talk about that.
Can you relate?
Yes, absolutely, because the bills don't. So there have been several times. Well, in my relationship, there were times when I was the only one working. There were times when he was the only one working. There were times when we both were working. And then during the pandemic, it wasn't none of us working. Let's be honest. Nobody had a job. Had that money though.
Where we all had to check.
I mean,
Didn't have to
I think it looked different for everybody. And I'll say it this way. Thankfully, we were able to get a house. The house that we had, the kids made them all share rooms so that we could have separate bedrooms. That helped us through. I think if we had not have been forced to, like so many others, right up under each other the whole time, I don't know how that worked. But we did that for a while, and then we moved back. I think got a little older, so she could have her own room, and then the boys were,
Yeah.
But that definitely helped. But unemployment, I mean, because like I was saying, the bills don't stop. So you get frustrated. I think men maybe get frustrated because they are expected to provide. And how do you feel when you are unable to do the one thing? You have one responsibility and you can't even do that, And God forbid the woman is like, yeah, 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 in your ear, So I don't know, what do you think?
I don't know what to think.
Have you experienced that? I know you work though. You work and you work and you work some more.
I've always said that I prefer work over being a homemaker. I do. And I know that I complain when I'm working too much. Okay, it's a balance.
Yeah.
You like it and you don't like it.
Right.
But I get through it. I hate cooking. I hate cleaning. I hate all the stuff that a woman is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I do it. I
Yeah.
don't say I don't do it, but I prefer to be working.
Oh, I ain't never heard it. Let me say, I understand. I think my perfect would be how I was doing, where I get to pick my hours. The thing with that, you get paid for the amount of time you work. So if you're working as less as I was, okay, it wasn't great, but he was working. I enjoy that flexibility. What I didn't like and this is a me issue, is that I quickly realized that I didn't want to do any of it. I didn't want to work, and I didn't want to be expected to cook and clean and do laundry and always watch the kids. Like, not because I was lazy, but when a woman, well, I was speaking for myself, but I had done it for so long, I was just like worn out. And I know women back in other generations, they just were like everlasting batteries. I think they just did it without everything out. Yeah. Girl, I didn't get those genes. So I very much did go through a period. And on top of, I was just talking about mental health, on top of going through those episodes when you really don't have capacity to do anything. And then it just caused a lot of discord because it could come off as me being lazy or, well, what did you do all day or what did we have for dinner? I don't like, they were those moments. So I do remember being there. And I'm not going to say that it was right because now looking back on it, I could definitely see how that was strain on, your partner. However, I did not hear it. I've been through this, right? And I think I don't feel bad that I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad that maybe I didn't communicate that better with it too. Yeah. Because we could have found a better way to work through that. I don't feel bad for nobody else. But it's difficult when so many people depend on it. Especially when they're like, well, I don't care if you're tired, don't cook or don't clean, but if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it. Right. And now the house is dirty and the kitchen is filthy. The fridge, they need to eat. One thing after the other. When I was younger, I had a lot of those scenarios, but as we grew, how do I say? Not a routine, but as we grew with each other, we got to know each other's likes and dislikes and what we want to do and we don't want to do. We were able to figure out how to manage it. Like, I didn't want to cook, now he cooks. Yeah. And if we both don't want to cook, then we're like, oh, well, something quick, we just don't cook, we just do something quick, and that's easy. We just try to that is somehow manage. But I remember those times when it was crazy. And then going from that into like facing addiction and whatever the addiction, drinking or smoking, like anything that takes up so much of your time that I think it distracts you from other things that done or better uses of your time. And God forbid if both partners are in addiction. Does anything get done? So, and I can honestly say there was time when stress would be so heavy and then you just light up. And I'm not saying you can relate, but this is in my past. But when you are enjoying whatever your libation may be, right? You get a certain you just don't want to do it. Like you're in such a relaxed state, and so things don't get done. Now this isn't literally out of laziness, it's just because you're relaxing, like you're decompressing, but also things don't get done. You're not doing anything and the partner is also partaking, so nothing, you know what I mean? It's getting done. And then this is the only other thing I want to point. The financial strain of supporting any type of addiction. Yes. Girl. Yeah. I have been through that. But I feel like the addictions can get so bad that they're willing to do things to hurt their significant other, such as maybe taking something that was valuable and pawning it, or things like that. So the struggle is real with addiction, but some people can pull through with it, and some people just need longer support treatment. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm thinking of all those people who are doing this course setting now. I'm on the fence about that because I know when you're up, and everything is good. But when you're down, you're down. When you look at, if you don't have the money to throw away, I don't think it's wise to take that risk because it is a risk. So if you are gambling is like a rich man's, you know what I mean? And so if you're already living from check to check, you know, you're barely having a left over. I don't think it's wise to get a little extra you have on that type of extracurricular activity. But everybody's grown. This is not like to condemn anybody. Like I know we have to get through things how we get through them. It's just I think the point that I want to maybe discuss or hear more about is the strain that these topics that we were discussing puts onto the partner, whoever your partner is. Or maybe you live with a family member and maybe they are, picking up the pieces of whatever you're experiencing. Remembering that they're a person too, and it is stressful to them as well, and it affects everybody I think that is around you. So just I would like to wrap by saying just be mindful of your mental health, your mental status. Seek help. Nobody is above getting help, and help is free. I'm gonna link the site where you can literally get free mental health, free mental advice. They have groups that it's escaping my mind right now, but we'll put it in the we'll put the link in the comments for you all if you didn't know. And they are nationwide. They have groups everywhere. But just talking to someone who is removed from the situation, maybe give you clarity, maybe give you tips or ideas on how to navigate, whichever of these situations you may be facing. That would be my thing. Not to pass judgment, but to say that we're all going through it or have been through it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not even your significant other, it could be just a family member close to you. And sometimes the addiction is not even something you would think would be bad. My mom, she had a cleaning addiction. And I'm not saying, you can, everyone might see it, right? But it was just exaggerated.
Oh my gosh, like OCD?
OCD. Oh. Yeah, OCD big time. And she's been like that since I can remember. Mm-hmm. And it had a really big impact on me and my brothers because that would take over her life. Mm-hmm. So she would have to do that first before doing anything else. And until this day, that's how she is. Mm-hmm. So she gets upset when events that we plan are during her cleaning time because she can't make it because she's cleaning. But then, like, can't you just stop cleaning and go to the event? So there's always this battle between us. But she's just been like that, and I feel like there's something we really do. Yeah. She has to take initiative, like therapy or something like that. She's never done it. At this point, we're just like, it is what it is. It's a battle. It's still a battle to this day. And we can say or do. You know what I mean? Any final thought? That is, you think so? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna check this through the part where I was rapping. I'm gonna put your mom's story in, obviously before. And make sure you take off what I said. I was like, wait, do I just take it? I was like, clips are gonna pull from anyway. So, I looked at you this hard. I didn't even look up. Well, I can't do it like but this is our first time. Yeah. We'll get better. Yeah. Okay.
Bye. See you for sure.